Have you ever looked up at the sky and imagined what it would be like if Earth had two suns instead of one? While it might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie or the world of Star Wars, it's a fascinating thought experiment grounded in real astrophysics. To start, let's ask, could Earth even survive in a system with two suns? The answer is yes, under certain conditions. In fact, binary star systems, solar systems with two stars, are more common in our galaxy than you might think. Scientists estimate that over half of all sun-like stars exist in binary or even multiple star systems. But for Earth to exist in such a system and still support life as we know it, several factors would have to be just right. The two stars would need to orbit each other in a way that allows a planet like Earth to orbit them safely, without being flung out into space or scorched by excessive heat. There are two major types of binary systems where a planet like Earth might exist. One is called a circumbinary system, where the planet orbits around both stars, which are relatively close together. The second is where the planet orbits just one star, while the second star is farther away. If we lived in a circumbinary system, our days and nights would look radically different. Imagine waking up to not just one sunrise, but two. Depending on how the stars move in the sky, you could have double sunrises and double sunsets, some overlapping, others occurring separately. The light patterns would constantly change, affecting shadows, temperature, and even biological rhythms. The biggest question, though, is what would happen to our climate? Two suns would significantly increase the amount of energy Earth receives, especially if both are similar in size and heat to our current sun. This could make Earth much warmer, possibly too warm for life as we know it. Glaciers would vanish. Sea levels would rise dramatically. Deserts would expand and rainforests might shrink. Life might adapt, but it would look very different. On the flip side, if one of the stars were cooler or smaller, like a red dwarf, the effect might be milder. And if Earth were positioned farther from this double star center than it is from our current sun, the temperatures could balance out. The seasons would also become unpredictable. Our current seasons are caused by Earth's tilted axis as it orbits the sun. But with two suns exerting gravitational pull, Earth's orbit could become more elliptical or unstable. Seasons might last longer or shift irregularly. Winters could be harsher in some years and barely noticeable in others. Another mind-blowing change would be in the sky itself. During the day, the sky might be brighter for longer periods. Nights might be shorter or even non-existent during certain parts of the year if one sun sets while the other remains in the sky. But would there even be nights? That depends on the distance between the stars and their alignment. In some systems, you might experience periods of total darkness followed by long stretches of dim twilight, depending on whether one star sets before the other rises. Stargazing would definitely be affected. With two bright suns, it might be nearly impossible to see distant stars or constellations without advanced telescopes. Beyond the visuals, the gravitational effects of two suns could have huge consequences. Earth's orbit would be more complex, constantly influenced by the pull of both stars. Tides would change, potentially becoming more extreme. This would affect marine life, coastal ecosystems, and even human settlements. The moon might also be in jeopardy. Its orbit could become unstable due to competing gravitational forces, possibly pulling it away or crashing it into Earth. Without the moon's stabilizing effect on Earth's tilt, we could see extreme climate swings, making life more difficult to sustain. Let's talk about technology and energy. Two suns mean more solar energy. If harnessed correctly, we could power cities indefinitely. Solar panels would thrive, and we might develop technology specifically designed to manage and store this abundant energy. However, we'd also need better shielding against increased radiation. Radiation is a serious issue. More solar energy means more ultraviolet rays and potentially higher exposure to harmful radiation. This could increase cancer risks and force humans and animals to develop better natural protection or rely on artificial shielding like clothing, sunscreen, or even underground habitats. Biologically, our sleep-wake cycles, our circadian rhythms, would be disrupted. Our bodies are finely tuned to the natural cycle of one sun. Two suns would confuse this system. Humans might evolve new sleeping patterns or rely on artificial light and dark environments to maintain health. On a cultural level, our myths, calendars, and religions would look very different. Two suns in the sky would have shaped ancient beliefs and calendars in unique ways. Our understanding